Hey everyone, it's Katie from TomandKatie.com, and first things first, I wanted to let you know that I am fighting a cold, and that is why my voice sounds a little off, so do not be scared. But I felt that this was an important video, and I definitely wanted to get it in before our 30 days is up, which is like in a couple of days now, which is crazy. Alright, so today's video is going to be about finding the right photographer for you. Not finding just a photographer, but the right photographer for your wedding day. My first tip is you want to ask your friends and family. If your friends have recently gotten married, they've probably worked with a photographer. If you were part of the wedding, you might have also witnessed the photographer, or if you're a bridesmaid or anything like that. So you want to make sure that you ask your family and friends for recommendations, because chances are, your close group of friends and family is going to have the same taste as you do in photographers, and also you're all going to be somewhere around the same budget, so they might make a proper recommendation for you. My second tip is that as soon as you start your wedding planning, you definitely want to probably rank things that are important to you on your wedding day. So if your dress is really important, that should be on your number one list. If photography is really important, that should be on a number one list. And then allocate your budget by like the importance of things for you. So if food is not as important as having those memories, then food should be at the bottom and photography should be at the top, and you should be investing more. Like if there's $1,000 that you're going to be saving from just having a regular serving of the food, then you want to allocate that $1,000 for photography, or your second item, or things like that. You also want to make sure that you know the actual cost of photography, and if a professional photographer is going to run you anywhere from $3,000 to $10,000 for your wedding. Yes, it is expensive, and yes, so is everything else with your wedding day. Like I said, that list of what's going to be important to you in your wedding day is going to be important when you're trying to find where you're going to cut corners to make up for things that are important to you. Another thing you want to consider is that different photographers have different budgets, and different photographers have different expertise, and some photographers are really great at photojournalism and capturing candid moments. Other photographers are great with working indoors with flash photography and things like that. So you want to look around, and if your friends haven't made any recommendations, there's also Google. You can also just try to find photographers in your area and start looking through their work and see, I really don't like the way the colors are shown here, but I really love the black and white, so maybe you might be into a little bit more of that, and then try to find photographers that meet those standards. When you go to a photographer's website that you've just recently found through Google, or somebody has recommended them to you, you want to look through their work, and you want to make sure that it is what you like, and that you don't like just one picture out of the 30 that they have, but you consistently like pretty much all of their pictures. You should really, and you want to look through their blog and see if they have any recent work, and that way if they haven't updated their portfolio in a while in their website, then you can look through the blog and see their recent work. You also, if you're interested in this photographer, I would suggest that you start following them on social media and see the kind of things that they're posting. Us photographers, we don't always just post photography stuff, especially in our social media, so our Facebook pages, our Twitters, and anything like that. Then you can find a little bit more about the photographer, especially their personality, and see if you guys are a little bit of a match. If they post a joke and you find it funny, then keep on reading and see if there's something else that you find funny. I know that doesn't sound like the kind of thing that you want in a photographer, but you do want somebody that you're going to get along with on your wedding day. If that person's going to make you feel nervous, and just you think you're going to have all these pose things, and you're not just going to be yourself, then those photos are not going to turn out the way you want it. When you look at those pictures, you're going to know that that is not your real smile, that's your fake smile. So you want to make sure that you get along with your photographer. You're most likely going to spend at least 8 to 10 hours on the wedding day with your photographer, if not next to each other all the time, but they're still going to be around you, and you want to make sure that it's someone that you would invite to a wedding, because all your friends and family and the important people in your life are there to celebrate with you, and you want to make sure that this photographer fits in. It doesn't mean that they're going to become best friends with everyone, but that they fit in with everyone else. Once you have found a few photographers that you like, I would suggest you at least look for two to narrow it down to 2, or if you have 2 or 3, I would suggest that you set up a meeting with them. A face-to-face meeting always is different than what the person seems like online. If your photographer is in a different city or a different country or anything like that, Skype meets are always great. We've done a few with our clients, and in the beginning it was a little awkward because we didn't know how to talk through a Skype meeting with our clients, but it was kind of like what we used to do with our Skype meeting with our long distance relationship. So you want to make sure that you meet them, and I would say you always want to look at least between 2 photographers, and we always recommend this to our clients, that if we're the only photographer that you've looked at ever, the only photographer that you've either asked for prices for, or looked through their portfolio or met with, we always suggest that you look at another photographer as well, unless you're like 100% this is your photographer, you've been following them for 2 to 3 years, and you're like 100% sure that there's nobody else in the world but them, which if that's the case, then call us. But other than that, you really want to meet with a second photographer and see what you're getting with each photographer, and also how you're relating to each of them. That way I think that makes you a little bit more confident in the photographer that you pick at the end. I'm always suggesting that please go ahead and meet another photographer, and if there's another photographer that's a better fit for you than we are, then you definitely should be going with them, because at the end of the day you want to make sure that these pictures look great, and that you feel comfortable in all of them, and that you 100% like the style of the photography that the photographer shoots. So I would suggest that you meet with somebody else that has a little bit of a difference in the style, or if you meet with a couple photographer, then meet with a photographer that works with a second shooter from time to time, so you kind of get a feel for both of them. So those are my most important tips in finding the right photographer for you, and I hope this has helped a little bit. If you have any questions, feel free to ask us, and we'll be more than happy to help. And we'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.